Good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Fawcett. I'm touching base with you as I always do. Today is a little crazy. I've been running errands all morning, got up early this morning, did my 4-mile walk, hung out with some neighbors. It's been a busy day already. And you still see me in my workout gear. So did not have a chance to change. And so all is well. What's going on, y'all? How are you all doing on this wonderful, wonderful, fabulous Motivation Monday? It's Motivation Monday, y'all. And let's be motivated. We're going to motivate each other. We're going to motivate one another. And last night, speaking of motivation, last night we had such a wonderful game night. For those that don't know, we have our game night every Sunday night, Wednesday night, Friday night. Sunday to start the week off together till we bring in the new day and the new week. Then Wednesday is hump day. It's kind of like just pushing forward to get through the week. And then Friday is the end of the week. And so we do that Friday night, and as we move into the last day of the week. So perfect setup, and we get to connect with one another. But last night we had a game night. I mean, Wordle was off the chain, Connections was off the chain, and it was one of the biggest spelling bees we've seen from the New York Times. So we play the New York Times games. The New York Times comes out with games every day. And so on those particular days, we do it together. And we have a lot of fun doing it. And it's a good way just, bringing camaraderie and just bringing folks together just to have a good time. And I noticed that I wasn't the only person up late at night. So I realized that there was some of you that were up late at night. And I said, why not just do this? Why not just do it together? And that's what we've been doing. So if you're in the building, make sure you hit the likes. And I see in the building, first in the building is Jay-Z. Why do I keep doing that, Jazzy? I keep doing that. Jazzy, I keep doing it. I don't know why I do it. I don't know why it has something to do. It must be my dyslexia. Oh my, it must be, because every time I see your name, I switch it in my head. I don't know why. Ugh, dyslexia is a bad thing. It's a superpower, but it has its moments. It has its moments. It can gook up some stuff. So Jazzy Jazz, good morning. She says, good morning, beautiful people. Beautiful people. But in my brain, I got to slow my brain down so I can see Jazzy. Next in the building is Hannah. Good morning, Hannah. She says, good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. Third in the building. Third, not least, good morning from Lisa, everyone. Happy Monday. And y'all are laughing at me. I know. Whew. Dyslexia is it can screw you up sometimes. I remember when I used to be at the stock exchange and numbers will just flip in my head as I'm seeing it. I'm seeing 987, and then I'll see 897, or I'll see 789. But yet I'm seeing it in my head. I'm saying it, but I'll write it differently. It's a real thing, y'all. It's a real thing. Oh, look who else is in the building. Miss G.R. Houston Jack is in the building. Good morning, y'all, she says. She is editing her birthday pictures for the grandbaby. The birthday is Sunday. Yes. Yes, what are your plans? What are the plans, y'all? We are almost in the middle of summer. We are almost in the middle of the summer. Summer weeks are ending. July is ending. Soon it'll be July 31st next week, I do believe. The middle of summer is here. What have you done? What have you done this summer? Has anyone done anything worthwhile this summer that you like to share? What did you do this summer? Hey, I see in the building also Lady Chris. Chris R is in the building. She says, good morning. Hey, Elise is in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. And G says, to be clear, these are portraits to be used for her birthday. Nice. Nice. And we know you are the queen of portraits. You love to take portrait photos, not just portraits, but special high-end portrait photos, quality photos. And let me see. Let me get something set over here. Let me get this screen. I need to fix the screen right here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. There we go. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand. We're halfway there. Okay. I know. No singing, right? No singing this morning. And yes, so also we had the opening, the house opening. So yesterday was the opening, the new phase of opening now that the other offer fell through. We had 7 people come out yesterday, so that wasn't bad either. 7 people showed up for the open house. So hopefully we'll get some we already got an offer, but that's not the offer I want. We do have an offer, but that's not the offer I want. So we're waiting for the other offers to come through. And I'm hoping not to rush it this time. I think my broker rushed it a little bit last time. We could have probably got a better offer and maybe a different person. So there we go. There you have it. And also shout out to Chris. Chris' mom is getting better and better each day after her surgery. So she is doing better. And so Chris is a happy camper. We'll talk to Chris during the week. And so we'll do that. And what else is going on? What else is happening in your world? Okay. What else is happening? I did not look at any news this weekend. The only thing I saw was the clown in chief put out on his page, on his Truth Social, an AI generated of Obama sitting with him in the Oval Office, and the FBI arresting Obama. Because each day they've been drumming up things to say Obama has committed crimes, and this guy is the worst. Why? As every morning, I was just with my friends in the courtyard, and we were like, what? Every single morning. But this is all distractions. It's all distractions. He is the king of distractions. He knows. So keep forward, y'all. We got to stay focused. We have to stay focused on what is important. And but yeah, he has that out there today. G says, I watched no news. I spent time with the grandson and relaxed with the hubs. I did the same thing, G. But no hub. No hub, no wifey, no hubby, no nobody. But I did. I went out on Saturday. Saturday, the weather was so good in New York. I went out and I walked. Y'all ready for this? I walked 7 miles. It's the first time walking 7 miles since I had surgery. And I did it with ease. It wasn't bad. I got out. I did my laps. I should say my lap. I walked up to Prospect Park, did a lap around Prospect Park, and then walked back home. And it was not bad. Not bad at all. So I put in 5 miles on Friday. I put in 7 miles on Saturday. Yesterday, I took a break because it got hot here in New York. It got so stuffy, sticky, nasty yesterday. And then this morning, it was beautiful. The crisp air was back. The cool, crisp air was back. And so I put in another 4 miles this morning. Another 4 miles today. So look, I'm on a roll tomorrow, and then today I threw in the Fort Greene Park steps. I threw in the Fort Greene Park steps. So I'm on a move. I'm on a mission. I gotta lose weight. I gotta be more, more flexible. I gotta do my stretches every day. I am on a mission. I was channeling Elise's husband when she told me he does like 6 miles a day. I was channeling. I said, Elise's husband can do this. I can do it. I need to step it up. I need to step it up. And so I did it. Thank you, Elise, for always encouraging me, telling me about your husband's walks, because it was my inspiration as I get back into the swing of things. And you guys keep me keep me in your prayers as I am trying to be motivated to finally tackle my mother's home this week. I'm gonna try to get that in. There's a lot going on this week, but I am definitely trying to get that done. At least get half of it done this week and get the other half done next week, so that way it's done. Because after that, I go to Martha's Vineyard, and after I go to Martha's Vineyard, I'll be there for a week, and then that will be work every day. And then I come back home. Hopefully, the apartment will be sold, and everything will be, the paperwork will be all put away. And hopefully September, I'll be doing the closing. And then I skedaddle. Ah, that's right. There it is, Elise. She says it. He does 6 miles every day, and he will be 80 on August 3rd. Now, if that's not motivation, when you told me that, I was like, wait. Mr. Stallworth is going to be 80 years old. And he is walking 6 miles every day. So y'all, I'm getting back into my walking. I gotta get back into it. Full throttle. Going into the walking, taking care. We gotta eat right. We gotta do right. We gotta try. I gotta get focused. So guys, help me. You guys will be here to help me. Hey, Kimmy Kim is in the building. I see Kimmy. She says, good morning, everyone. And I did see Michael Young in the building. What's up, Michael Young? Good morning, Ron, my brother. Yes, my brother. Lisa says, what sneakers do you use for such walking? I have these walk/running sneakers from Nike. Yes, from Nike. And they are good. I love them. I bought them at Costco's last year. And they say you're supposed to change it if you are a runner. I do not run. But those that run, and if you run a lot, and Gwendolyn can correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe you're supposed to change your sneakers every 6 to 8 months, get new ones. Well, that's not ever happening. But they recommend changing your sneakers out every 6 to 8 months, or having several sneakers and never use the same sneakers every day. Have another sneaker for Monday, then another sneaker for Tuesday. So have multiple sneakers, or change your sneaker that you use every day, change it out every 6 months. Well, the way these sneakers cost these days, I will stretch mine to a year. I've been known to use my sneakers for more than a year, until their bare minimum. The bare minimum. I see in here also, TV says, good morning, listening in. You've got this, Ron. You'll knock that apartment out in no time. Doing your own should have given you packing strategies. It did. Like, I know exactly what I'm doing with my mother's apartment. Packing this apart, well, getting it ready for painting and all that stuff, helped me to see a lot. You are absolutely right. I learned some strategies. After this is over, I'm going to incorporate this into my interior design business. I do home organization, but I'm going to really push my home organization whenever I get to my other place of living, because I learned some stuff. I knew a lot. I knew a lot about home organization because I used to work at the Container Store. And we used to organize homes and organize people's kitchens, organize people's closets, organize. We organize everything. You put a bunch of marbles in front of us and we will organize those marbles. Right, Gwendolyn? We are like little elves. We know how to organize. That's one thing we know how to do. But even in that, even in all the years of organizing people's homes, I learned some new stuff in doing my own. I also realized that when I run into young folks, I'm talking about you young folks in your 20s, I'm going to be that old timer that says, don't waste your money on that junk because you'll be throwing it away when you're older. Don't waste your money on that crap. You'll only be sitting in your closet for years and it will be just clutter. Exactly, right? Hello. We said hello to Mr. Diaz is in the building. Mr. Food Plane is in the building. If you are in the building, remember to hit that like. Hit the like, y'all. Hit the like. Let people know we're here. Hey, I see Lady the Janet Fisher is in the building. Kimmy Kim says, I am on a declutter journey. You and Gwendolyn need to hook up. Because Gwendolyn is all about her death. The death organization. She is an organizer. Yes. But you learn a lot when you start when you start organizing your own home. I have to tell you, I do like all the new space. My home is so spacious. One of my buddies, she came over. You guys know Yvette. So Yvette, who is one of our main sponsors of our show, she came by on Saturday to grab some of her stuff. So I gave her, there used to be a podium over here, a nice Japanese stand. And so she bought that. She took that home with her with 2 beautiful vases that matches her rug that she's going to put on her coffee table, put it on a shelf. So she got that on Saturday, and we had the greatest time in our courtyard because something told me to introduce her to one of my neighbors because they have the same background. Turned out that my neighbor graduated in the same class that her mother did from the police academy. Small world. It's a small world after all. 6 degrees of separation. I am a believer of 6 degrees of separation. Kimmy Kim says, once you are retired, you really don't need a lot of clothes. You don't. Only buy a few necessary things. That's right. All you need to do is dress in black. Dress in black and gray. Buy black pants, gray pants, black jackets, black pants, black sweaters, gray sweaters. Just if you can organize your closet with all the grays to black, white, grays, and black, you will always look stylish, no matter what you wear, no matter how simple it is. Think black, think white, gray, and black. And all you need is like 3 or 4 pair of pants. 3 or 4. Oh, yes, you do have to have a jeans. You do got to have a pair of jeans in the closet. Yes, you do. That's right. You did, Chris, you're right. She goes, I wear jeans and white tops in retirement. That's right. You do need jeans. I have to put it. I do have to put that inside. You must have a pair of jeans in the closet. But if you put when you look at some of the books when it comes to senior citizen living and you notice in the like very minimalistic magazines, you see always people in black and grays. Yeah, it makes life simple. You'll always match. You will always match. You can throw a white shirt on with a black pants, or a black shirt on with a white, or you will always look good. Kimmy Kim says, well, black and gray, great, but I need a few colors as a woman. Food Plain says, studies show clutter competes for your attention. It does, leading to mental fatigue, irritability, and difficulty focusing. When you declutter, your brain can literally relax, making you feel calmer and more. You better believe it. That's exactly right, Mr. DS is in the building to stay more in control. G says, I'm going to need some color in my life. Well, when you get older like me, you won't need that color. You'll see. You'll see. Once you cross that 60 line, once you cross the 60 line, you'll realize you don't need it as much as you thought you did. And the closer you get to your Social Security check, the more you realize, oh, yes, I got to have clothes that match for a long time. I learned that from you. Do you know, I used to organize one of my clients' homes, and she had nothing but black and gray. That's where I learned it from. She was a minimalist. We organized, we decluttered her house, and we organized her home, and she bought the same dress. She had 5 dresses that were exactly the same. Or when she went to the store and they had a sale on a blouse, she would buy 5 of them. That was her number. And then they would just sit in the closet. And then as she wore one out, she used another one. Minimalist living. She says, Ron, you have me confused for someone else. I'm a certified image consultant and proud FIT alum. I'm keeping colors in my closet until I'm called home. Yes. Yes. I hear you, G. I hear you. Until you take your show on the road. When you take your show on the road, you won't be able to have all those colors. You just buy them where you are and then give them away when you leave. And Jazzy says, raises hands. I'm legit the black and gray girl. I'm trying to do it better. When you got the black and gray, all you got to do is buy color scarves, color ties, colored hats, color sweaters, something color, but the basics. You know, when I was in South Africa, the second time I was in South Africa, my buddy, when I came back home to America, one of the things I did is I gave him a lot of my clothes because, one, it costs a fortune to get the clothes that I have from America. And he was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're giving me you giving me your Timberlands? You giving me your Timberlands? I said, yes. They're just taking up space. I can always get new ones when I get home. So I gave my clothes away. When it was time to come home, I gave my clothes away. Yes. That way I could bring gifts home to my friends and family. Yes. And Kimmy says, I like that idea too. Find something you like, especially tops, get a couple. Yep, she taught me that. I was the organizer, but she taught me that's what she likes to do. She says, because when you get to a certain age, certain clothes don't fit right. So she says, and she was much older than me at that time. And she said, when she found a blouse that fit perfect, she had to buy multiples. Because if she went back when the other ones wore out, they would be gone. So she stocks up. And that's how we organized the closet. She had her currents and then the stock behind it. Just like I would do in the visual merchandising as I visually merchandise our store. Kimmy says, Hannah, just go at your pace, but do some decluttering at least once a week. It's so true, Kimmy. Every day, well, because I'm moving, but every day I throw out something. Every day I throw out something, or every day I give something away. I am on a mission Clean, clutter, declutter, declutter, declutter. Hey, Tanja is in the building. What's up, T girl? T, I'm gonna be at. I'm gonna. T, please come back to Martha's Vineyard. Please come back. Come back. Come back. I will be there. I will. If you don't come back, I'm gonna miss you. Tanja, please come back. Please come back. Tell them to pay you whatever they can. Come back. Tanja, you want, we talking about organization. She's just sending my love. She's laughing at me. Yes, she is so organized. She was one of the folks that was our point persons that we interacted with and had to know what the schedule was going on, what was happening in the building, what was in the tent, what was in the auditorium, all over the place. And she would keep us lined up and keeping us informed. And we're like, Tanja, what's going on? What show is on right now? What's happening over there? And she would give us all the information, the rundown. She would be moving throughout the building. She'd be all over she is a master organizer. I'm telling you, her brain is like on, she was just snapping her, amazing. I will never forget her as long as I live. And she's so sweet. Such an amazing woman. And I will be there this year. This may be my last year there, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be there this year, but I will be there. I will be there with Bernard. We will be there. And so I arrive on the 3rd. And so I'm excited about being back at the Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival, MVAA. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But you will be missed. You will be missed. A lot of you are not going to be back. So I'm going to be like, who's these new people? I've got to get to know some new faces. Kimmy says, Gwen, I'm not. Oh, don't. Kimmy, you cannot call Gwendolyn Gwen. You can't call her Gwen. No. It's a secret. Never call G Gwen. Never. But you didn't know. Kimmy Kim says, G. I'm not there, but that sounds like it would work to keep things done. Keep things down. I have run out of closet space because I don't do that. Gwendolyn is Gwendolyn taught me. This is what Gwendolyn taught me. Gwendolyn used to buy stuff, and every time she bought something, she gave it away. Every time she bought something, she gave it away. She gave something away. So, yes, Gwendolyn taught me that. G says, may I also add, you can be so organized that you still lose time looking for stuff. It's a thing. Yes, some people are so organized that they need to be organized from their organization. How many times did people come to the Container Store and they have boxes and boxes of containers and containers for this and containers for that. And then you had to organize them from their containers. I would sit down, I would talk to some of the customers and say, wait a minute, we would talk about their pantries. What does your pantry look like? And then they would describe it. And then I would draw it on a pad. And I was like, and then they say, oh, we have these boxes and we have these boxes and we have these boxes and we have these containers and we have these jars. And I was like, do you know, you need to be organized from being organized. They were so organized that they were losing their minds from being organized. It's a thing. Gwendolyn just said it. May I also add, you can be so organized that you still lose time looking for stuff. It's a thing. Holy moly. So we organizers know. We know. And Tanja says, my friend has a doc showing I was the weirdo. Make sure you check it out. Okay, I'll make sure I check it out. You know, I'll be photographing everything. So I will let them know that I will be photographing, and then I will take some special photos if they're going to be there. Okay. Oh, sorry. Tanja says, I'm in the process of purging. A lot of people are purging. A lot of people are getting it right. Tanja says, I'm organized outside of my home. So go figure. No. Do you know? You ever see this in society? Doctors that have bad health, that don't practice good health, dentists that have bad teeth, firemen that don't take care, that are kind of a little reckless. Yeah. People sometimes have professions and they're great at their profession, but their profession they can't apply to their own lives. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother chapter. At least it's so true. DS says, okay, yes. So I have Tom just sent me an email just saying, oh, we have someone else interested in the apartment. So someone will be here tomorrow. So DS says, you also might be amazed at what you might find when decluttering. I found a whole lot of stuff that I forgot I had. It was like going shopping again. I was shopping again in my own closet. But I'm still going to get Goodwill's coming back. Goodwill's coming back in August. I reduced my closet space by 50%. And now I'm going to reduce it again by another 50%. Yes. I'm loving this conversation. Keep on sharing. I love these comments. We're just having a group conversation today. It's Motivation Monday. So I guess the Motivation Monday thought will be, you must declutter. Declutter. Because I did not come prepared today. That's it. She says, Mr. Foster, I need to focus on the task at hand. I know you do. I know you are a focused woman. You are always focused, Miss G. Well, most of the time. She said, as a photographer, I will shop the client's closet before we decide to go buy something for the session. Really? Now, what do you mean by you shop the client's closet? Do you go to their house in prep of your photo shoot? Now, that's different. I did not know that. I've never done that with my clients. I just simply tell them, I give them a list of things that they could wear and things that they shouldn't. I have a long list of things you should do for how to prep for your headshots. If I'm doing headshots, portraits is different. When you're doing portraits, a whole lot goes into portraits. Gwendolyn goes into fabrics and materials and color schemes and layering. Portraits. That's why people pay her the good bucks. It's more than a headshot. It's a shot. She says it right here. Hello, luxury family photographer. That's what she is. She goes, my photo services include shopping for the client. So yes, I will shop their closet and then if need be, rent something. You go, shit. Say that again. Read that again, y'all. Read it again. I'll read it for you. This is what Gwendolyn does as a photographer. She is a portrait photographer. She says, my photo services include shopping for the client. So yes, I will shop their closet and then if need be, rent something. Wow. Michael says, we are on a mission to do the same. It's daunting, but we have to get it done. Thanks for the motivation. Get those freaking closets cleaned out, y'all. Get it clean. Declutter. Declutter, especially photographers. Yo, photographers, we hold on to stuff that we don't need. I probably will extend it to most creatives. We got stuff in our warehouse, drawers, closets we ain't gonna ever use. I just got rid of backdrop stands. Just got rid of my backdrop stands. I was never gonna use them again. I use my V-flaps. I love my V-flaps, but I'm only doing headshots. I am not doing beautiful portraits like Gwendolyn. I do beautiful headshots. Most of my clients will tell me, Ron, this is my brand. And then when I go through my questioning of my clients, I will say to them, I'll ask them, I say, so who's your avatar? Who are you trying to reach? What's your demographics? Who is your avatar? Is it a man? Is it a woman? Is she 32? Is she 52? How old? Where does she live? Is she a city person? Is she from the suburbs? Tell me about your avatar. And then based on the avatar, then we work on their branding. Because when you do headshots, most clients today don't just want headshots. They want branding. So last week, when I went to do my photo shoot, we photographed in the old Paramount building in New York City, the old Paramount building. And on one of the floors, they had all of these beautiful old iron beam columns, trusses that were moving in a beautiful position on the floor. And my client picked the space out. She says, because she's an architect and her partner's an engineer. So they wanted that kind of structure for their headshots. And I said, you are aware, if you're getting a headshot, most people are not going to see this background. Not too clearly. However, though, I think you're talking about a branding shoot. And she goes, yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I couldn't describe it. And I said, that's why I do what I do. Because I pretty much can read through what you're telling me. You want a branding shoot. When you go out and get the columns and all the background, I got to shoot at a distance. I can't be just shooting your head. I got to get the torso in. I got to get the body in. So that way you can get the backdrop in. You want a branding shoot. Those are the questions we ask our clients. That's what we do. That's what we do when we're helping our clients come to their favorite photos and how they want to be represented. I see Jazzy says, someone told me at the beginning of each session, turn your hangers backwards. Yes, that's a strategy. The clothes that are still turned around, give them away. Yes, Jazzy, that you will find in some of the organization manuals is that throughout the year, the clothes that you wear, reverse them on the hanger. Reverse them, put the hanger backwards. And then at the end of the year, or after 6 months, or after a quarter, how you want to judge it, you will see which clothes you never touch. The clothes you never touch, get rid of. Get rid of. Oh, see, look, Gwendolyn, you're helping a lot of people today. I see here, DS says, might find a bone or two in them closets. Oh, I don't know about that, DS. What kind of closet you got going on? Elise says, I need someone to work with me to declutter. A lot of people do. Do you want to hear? Can I tell you a story about one of my clients? We were decluttering her. Like I said, I do interior design, home organization, and home staging. That's Ron Lewis Designs. That's my company. That's the company that overlooks Ron Lewis Photos. Ron Lewis Photos came out of Ron Lewis Designs. Ron Lewis Design is an LLC. So one of my clients, we are home doing we're going to do the interiors. But before you can do interior work, you must declutter and you must organize. Most people, they think, oh, interior designers are just going to come into the house and start working. No, I give all my clients homework. And I say, we need to declutter. The first thing you need to do before you do interior design projects is to declutter. Because sometimes you have items that you can use for your interior design project. So like Gwendolyn shops the clothes in the closet, I shop their furniture. I shop what they're going to do. But this client needed some real organization. So what we did was we went to her, we started with the bedroom closet. Her bedroom closet was huge, huge, huge. She had a huge closet. And then what we did was, what we learned in organization is you take everything out the closet. But as you're pulling things out of the closet, you are putting them in piles, color piles. So you put all your red colors in one pile, or the blue colors in the blue pile, or the greens in the green piles, or the blacks in the black pile, whites in the white piles, yellows in the yellow piles, oranges in the yellow. You kind of like use the rainbow. So you put all your clothes in those piles. So you get about 7 piles, right? Then after you get all the clothes in their piles, then you go through each pile one by one. So you say, okay, we're going to do all the reds right now. And then you go through the reds, and then you set up another set of piles. One is what stays, what gives away, and what gets trashed, right? Stay, trash, go away. So we went through her closet, and what we kept discovering is that we would go through the piles, and she bought the same dress 2 or 3 times. She bought the scarf 2 or 3 times. In the blue pile, she bought 3 shirts, the same shirts. She kept going on and on and on. I mean, so it kept repeating. It kept repeating. She bought the same beautiful dress 3 times. She goes, oh my gosh, Ron, I didn't even know I had this dress. I bought it. And so we noticed something in her. We started to go through all the piles. And we looked at the piles. And then she had a moment. She started to cry. And I said, what's going on? She goes, because I did not know how to organize my life and how to organize my closet, I realized how much money I wasted. Because we kept seeing the same dress repeating in the reds, same dress repeating in the blues, same jeans in the blue jeans. We kept seeing repeats and the same items that she bought at different times. And she said, oh my gosh, I wasted so much money. But I was like, it's okay. It's okay. That's how most of us do. Most of us, we see something we love and we buy it. We buy out of impulse. Most Americans are consumers. That's what they call us, consumers. So we had to have a moment. Then I had to recommend to her, because she was starting to reflect about a lot of stuff. And then we would talk about her, when you do home organization or you're in someone's interior designer, we interior designers probably should also go to school for psychology, because we do a lot of therapy while we are helping our clients as interior designers. There's so much our clients tell us and share with us and confess to us. Anyway, what am I saying? It's very hard for people to do the purge. We are attached. Certain items in our closets bring back experiences, relationships, good or bad, periods of our lives that we either want to remember, or then sometimes they've been tucked away and we don't want to remember that part of our lives. But the item that is still in your closet is still part of that situation that happened years ago. So yes, purging and decluttering is not easy. It takes sometimes, a lot of times, someone professional that has no connection to the items to help you go through it one item at a time. But then as an interior designer or a home organizer, because we do both, our job is also to listen. We have to listen. I spend more time listening to my clients, and they tell me so much history. And then we work through it. And then sometimes I have to recommend that they seek therapy. I have to encourage my clients sometimes to seek therapy. And then because some of them wouldn't stop, they couldn't go through it anymore. They couldn't do any more purging because it brought back so much pain, so many painful memories. So in your purging journey, it won't be always easy. It's easier said than done. She says, there is a point where any home organizer will say you need a therapist. It's the truth. It's the truth. I almost think, this is why I have 2 therapists in my phone, maybe 3 now. I have a couple. I have a couple in my phone over the years, because I realized my clients, when I was all in on home organizing and doing my interior design business, before I spent more of my time now like I do with photography, I had to really help my clients get through it because it was tough. And I'm not a professional therapist, so I can't do it. I can't answer those questions. I can only help them from the interior design part. But I have to say, I think you might want to get some therapy on this, right? But decluttering is so important. Cleaning out your space is so important. I wish I would have done it earlier for my own self. Again, like I help other people declutter, but I needed decluttering myself. Yeah, it's one of those things. Dia says, mental decluttering is just as powerful, maybe even more transformative than physical decluttering. Gwendolyn will tell you, she and I, we both go, we talk about it. We do cyber decluttering. We go through our apps that we don't need, we get rid of. The photos that we have, we get rid of. Things that we have on a site in our emails, we get rid of. You got to do a you have to do a cyber purge every year, if not 2 or 3 times a year. I do cyber purges. You see me last year and the year before when we were on Instagram. I would say, it's cyber purge time. Goodbye. See you guys next week. I take a week off to do a purge and get rid of cyber clutter. Clutter is everywhere, and it slows us down. ICG says, consider this. Someone will have to move through all your stuff when you're gone. Help them out today. Ooh. 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 G knows when I turned 40, when I turned 40, I did a purge. I purged the house. And Adrian and his friends were all young. and they were all starting out. They were all married. They all had wives. They had children. They were all starting out. So what I did was I invited all of them, all his he and his friends over to the house, and they were able to take whatever they want. I was like, just take it. This is trying to declutter. And what I found was, this was something I read. I don't know what book I read for home organizers. Is one of the things, the benefits of this strategy is that every one of us is going to die. As morbid as we like to think it is, every one of us is going to be no more. And just like Gwendolyn said, someone's going to have to clean out those closets. Someone's going to have to clean out your apartment. One of my neighbors, his family is still digging out his apartment. He passed away in January, and it's July. So you could be gracious to your family members by giving them the things that they could cherish now. And you can go to their houses and see them cherishing it. I'll never forget Adrian when he was younger, when he came by, there's a huge map I have that used to be in the hallway, huge map I got from the gallery. It was my second big purchase. And it was gold leaf. And it was the old map of 1532 or something like that. And Adrian was like, yo, Pop, I thought I was gonna have to wait till you died to get this. and now he's been using it in his house for the longest. So, and then some of my clients, I will tell them, I would ask them, I say, have a giveaway party for all your family. It's important. It's important. Declutter now. Yes, Tanja, that's Gwendolyn's favorite thing. The Swedish death cleaning is a thing and makes so much sense. That's Gwendolyn's going to have to write a book because she talks about it every day. No, not every day, but she's always talking about her Swedish death cleaning. Let me put that out there again. Swedish death cleaning. Gwendolyn lives by it. It's so important. It's real. It's real. But give away the stuff give away things now while you are alive and you can enjoy it in other people's homes. The reason why I didn't sell my stuff, I was like, I was torn. Like my friends were like, oh, you should sell your plants. You should sell this. You should sell that. I was like, I could. But I'd rather just give it away to the people I love. I gave my plants away to people that I know will love them. One is because it used to be my plant. Yes. Yes. You are helping the person that is going to have to clean up after you when you cross over to the other side. You got to make it easy for them. And the things you think are special, they ain't going to be special to no one else but you. So get rid of it. G says, the part Miss Elise say, Elise, after 9/11, so many came in the store in an attempt to have control over something in their life. This is true. This is true. Janice says, you can't declutter until you are intellectually and emotionally ready to release control. Oh, yes. You guys are speaking. This is Monday. This is Motivation Monday, y'all. I love when you guys are leading it. I love when you guys are leading the thoughts in the conversation. He says, consider this. Again, I say that again. Someone will have to move through all your stuff when you're gone. Help them out today. Lee says, many of us use buying things as a form of distraction for what is going on in our life. I did it. I used to buy things because I was depressed or sad. I mean, I can't say I was ever depressed. Because I was sad or something distracted me, something bothered me. And I went out and bought clothing because it made me feel good for just a moment. I've done it. Ayana says, fix my closet. Yes. DS says, it's all about cleaning out mental noise. Oh, we already got that one. We got that. Oh, no, we didn't say. Okay, limiting beliefs, emotional baggage, and information overload so your mind can function with more clarity, focus, and peace. Yeah. Mentally declutter. Okay, guys, that's where we'll end. We're going to end it here. I think that's the Motivation Monday for this week. You guys created the Motivation Monday. Declutter. And I like closing out with this. DS says mental decluttering is just as powerful, maybe even more transformative than physical decluttering. And we'll go on his last one. DS has been giving us some wisdom today. Oh, he asked me a question before I do that. He says, Ron, have you done real estate photography for those wanting to sell at home? Do you work with staging, or do you do staging as well? I do photography for real estate. I do. I also do home staging for home buyers, or I should say home sellers, through their brokers. I used to help out. I used to do Compass here in New York City. Pretty much, most of my clients were Compass. Most of my brokers, I work with a lot of brokers from Compass here in New York City. And I also did 2 or 3 apartments from Corcoran. Okay, I think we got it all. We said a lot today. You as a community said it. Okay, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. Also, I want to make sure I get these in. If you want to stay in contact, you should join the email list. Let me get this comment off here. Hold on a second. I got comments on the board here. I got a comment on the board. I got Mr. DS on the board. There we go. It's Motivation Monday. So make sure you join. Make sure you join our email list. You can do that by going to Ron Lewis Photos and clicking on that and signing up. It comes up immediately on the website. Okay. Also, if you're looking for an event photographer, headshot photographer, but event photography, that's what I really specialize in, give me a call. I do that. I will still do it. I do it from any place in the world. I do travel to do my work. And also a good and a wonderful thank you to our Patreon members. If you are not a Patreon member, you should be. You should be, because that's what supports what we do here. And I think there's a lot of wisdom shared here. And that's how we keep the lights on. That's how we pay for the STREAMYARD. That's how we pay for Canva. It's because the Patreon members do it. The Patreon members. So become a Patreon member and support what we do here. And you get all kinds of benefits as a Patreon member. Okay? I think that's it. I think we have it. And tomorrow is our Tip Tuesday. So let's get ready for Tip Tuesday tomorrow. Guys, have a wonderful day. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.